OCAA Women's Volleyball Championships. Here as the Durham Lords take on the Mohawk Mountaineers. Game 2 of 2, Evan. The Humber Hawks are now patiently waiting in front of us to see who will they face in the gold medal game, if it will be Mohawk like last year or Durham. Unlike last year, almost like last year, these two teams played in the semifinal last year.
Yeah, we're hoping for a good matchup here. Two pretty evenly matched teams. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. Two teams that are really hot right now as well.
As now Durham gets the first point, and they will go back to serve again. Serving right now is Jessica Johansson, probably their best player, the fifth-year outside hitter. That ball attacked right to the back row of Johansson, tipped over, up by Gatso. Spoljar with the 2-hit, the point will go to Durham. And now back again will go Johansson.
Let me just say, Spencer, it's ear-piercingly loud in here today. This is the loudest game I think we've got so far.
Well, there's quite a few fans on the other side of us there, where the Mohawk Mountaineers fan base is, and the Durham fan base in front of us is very loud.
People we've seen in the crowd so far out of any of these games.
And it only gets bigger from here because the gold medal and bronze medal games are tomorrow, Evan, on a Saturday. So you got to expect more people will end up turning out. As that point will go to Durham today for Jessica Johansson, and a timeout will be taken by the Mountaineers.
Yeah, really early timeout to be taken by Mohawk, but it's much needed. A flying start for the Lords.
Durham pulling away very early here. We'll see if this timeout will settle down the Mountaineers, who again were the only lower seed to beat the higher seed. They beat the Conestoga Condors.
And these two teams have a history, Spencer. They've gone at it the last couple of years. Last year, Mohawk knocking out Durham in the OCAA championship. So I think Durham has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder here. They want to come into this one and win and get some revenge for last year.
Yeah, playing their second straight semifinal against one another. Last year it was the Mountaineers who topped the Lords to play Humber in the final. We'll see if Durham can flip the script here tonight and place Humber again in the final. As Johansson puts that one right at Spoljar. Mann sets that one across. Akari will get the first point for the Mountaineers. Lexi Zakari will now serve, the second year out of Burlington.
Yeah, Lexi Zakari had a big game yesterday too. We'll see if she can continue that into this crucial semifinal.
That one right at libero Peterson. Set up and free balled over. Mann sets it for Haramajo. Blocked, and the point will go to Durham. And now to serve for the Lords will be Mia Hildebrand. Crowd trying to get involved with with Hildebrand's, serve. That will be an ace for Mia Hildebrand, That serve put into the net by Hildebrand. The point will go to the Mountaineers, only their second so far of the night, and now to serve will be Ashley Gibbons. Rotating in is Rachel Vanderwall. That will be an ace for Gibbons.
That was so close, Spencer. So close to going in the hoop there. We're inching closer slowly. When that happens, it will be a fantastic day.
For maybe just you, as that ball put in play, passed across off the block, and that point will go to Durham. That one, Katie Stewart.
You can't tell me it won't be excited. You won't be excited when that happens.
I'll be excited for you.
You'll be excited.
I'll be excited for you. That's why. As now back to serve will be the center of Brooke Young. Jess Meyer, Alberta native, with the ace. And Durham just pulling away right now from this Mountaineer side. We haven't seen a close game yet. or any non-three setters here this year at the OCAA tournament.
Oh, and the phone goes flying there. Whoever's phone that is.
Yeah, somebody's phone just got crushed there with that that long serve. As now Irene Haramajo will serve. That ball put in play, and that will be an ace for Irene Haramajo, the player of the game yesterday. I had a chance to talk to her, and she's had another great start here today.
Yeah, leading the team with 13 kills, 19 total points yesterday. A fantastic game from her.
Handled better by Peterson there on the reception. That one sent right over. Man now sets it for Sophia Spoljar. That one does not get down, however. Young passes it across off the block. Up, though, by the Mountaineers. Man sets it for Haramajo. But can't get that one over the net. The point will go to Durham. And now coming out will be Irene Haramajo. Coming in will be Emma Beck. Another Burlington native, might I add.
Let's go, M.M. Robinson. That's right around where I'm from.
That ball up by Mohawk. Man sets it, pushed over. Will knock it down for Vanderwall. Sent back across for Johansson. It doesn't get down, or Gatto off to set it for Spoljar. That will get down for Sophia Spoljar. Now Spoljar will serve. That ball will go into the net for Sophia, and the point will go to Durham, now only up by 4, as now going to serve will be Amanda Larson. Rotating back in is Mia Hildebrand, no libero for the Lords. Great at Gatso. Man. Up, blocked by the block of Loors. That was Vanderwall right back at the Mountaineers. Man with the 2-hit, up by Larson. Back to Yvonne Mann. This time for Vanderwall, blocked again. Gatto gets that one up, and attacked by Hildebrand. Blocked up though by Spoljar. Man for Sophia Spoljar. It gets down for Sophia Spoljar.
Really good rally we saw right there from both teams, and there you tell that everyone in this arena is excited for this one. It's been a good start so far, pretty even.
And now Vanderwall puts that one in play. Man, sends it across for Zakari. Can't get that one over the net. The point will go to Durham.
The Mohawks still hanging around, not letting Durham get out to too large of a lead.
Not put in play, just couldn't creep over the net there for Jessica Anatol. The point will go to the Mountaineers as Irene Haramajo will sub right back in for Emma Beck. And now to serve will be Yvonne Mann. That one put in play. Young played to the middle block there, which Hildebrand just punched over basically. Gatso, man, set there for Zakari, and that one will go long, and the point will go to Durham. Surprised to see so many Durham fans here, as Durham is located down in Oshawa, while Mohawk is just a hop a skipping away in Hamilton.
Yeah, someone in the crowd is a very loud instrument that they keep playing.
That is an ace for, I believe, Johansson, and she'll go back to serve again.
Tough letting that one go there. Not the best decision, but it did look like it was going to go long.
That one put into the net by Johansson. The point will go to the Mountaineers. Again, they are still in striking distance, only down by 4. As that will be Zakari. Sounds like a drum epic to me. That's the sound you're thinking of. There's a horn, and then I think there's a drum.
No, there is something. It's like a vuvuzela or something that's really loud.
That ball blocked, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. Net violation called against the home side. There'll be no confusion here tonight about the Lords being the home side.
No, we are not. That was only a Sheridan thing, because Sheridan's usually the home team here.
Sheridan was wearing the dark, they were the home side. The only dark team to wear would be the home side as Young passes that one across. Block of the net by Haramajo, but the point will go to the Lords. That one goes off the antennas. Now to serve will be Mia Hildebrand. I do want to mention both Humber and Seneca, the first semifinal, are still here watching this one, seeing who they will play in the bronze and gold medal game respectively.
We got a game plan for tomorrow and see how the other teams are going to play.
Haramajo, that's blocked, up by Gatso. Spoljar will now attack it over. Johansson, Young, passed across there. That one goes into the net for the Lords. The point will go to Mohawk. Stewart just couldn't get that one over. She's who I spoke to from the Durham Lords yesterday was Katie Stewart. I guess you spoke to Katie Stewart, didn't you?
Yeah, I spoke to Katie Stewart. Spencer, come on.
I spoke to her before you spoke to her, I guess.
Well,
I called her over to you.
Okay, well, that doesn't count.
Does it count? Fair enough.
Why would that count?
Gibbons to serve.
That doesn't count.
Zappa ready to put it right at Johansson. Young up for Larson, and that will be it down for Amanda Larson. And now to serve.
Now do you hear the instrument now?
No, I heard it before.
Okay.
It's a horn of some description. I was saying compared to a Fufuzela, because I actually happen to own one. It's now Brooke Young will serve.
You own one?
I bought one.
Just for fun?
Just because I wanted to. As that ball sent well long down the QEW, point to Mohawk.
When do you use it?
I don't.
Just whenever you're bored?
Well, I have it for a rainy day. If I want to go somewhere and be nice and loud, I got it,
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
As Irene Haramajo will now serve. If I want to be here and, be real loud. As Haramajo puts that one in play! It's an ace for Irene Haramajo. Now within one. This one a little bit more what we expected, Evan, here between the Mountaineers and the Lords.
Yeah, a lot more even. This is what we were hoping for, and just like that, we're all tied up.
A pair of aces for Haramajo. We'll see if she can make it 3 of a kind. Here is her tied 15 all. That one again put in play, handled, however, and it will get over. Played. Free balled over by Spoljar, but it's in play. Johansson. Young for Larson. That one up by Haramajo. Johansson. Young. Larson again off the block, up by Haramajo. Yvonne Mann for that looked to be Vanderwall, and it is with the kill, Rachel Vanderwall, and that will be Mohawk's first lead of the night. A timeout taken by Coach Tony Clark.
Yeah, much more entertaining game so far. Looking like it could potentially be our first non-3-setter of the entire tournament. That's 5 games so far that have been played, and they've all been 3 sets. Yeah, this is gearing up for a good, even matchup.
One of the first we've seen tonight.
And yesterday.
But I also do want to mention here that neither of these teams have lost a set yet. As you mentioned, there are not one game going more than 3 sets. Both these teams haven't lost yet at the OCAA championships, and that's going to change here in about 10 to 15 points. Sophia Spoljar's kill there off a very good rally. You see there, Coach Kelsey Kovar very happy with that one for Mohawk. As another serve again will be Haramajo up by 1. That ball put in play. Young sets it across, blocked by the Mountaineers, and that's a mixture of Vanderwall, and it looked to be Mann. And now again, Haramajo to serve. She has been able to hold her serve for what feels like forever for the Mountaineers, Evan.
Well, she was the player of the game yesterday, and she's showing why early in the first set.
Up by Gatso, but not enough on it. The point will go to Durham. That one put in right at Spoljar. Man gets there for Sophia Spoljar, puts it into the block, but out of play, so Mohawk will get the point. And now the serve will be Sophia Spoljar. Both these teams, I feel like, almost had free walks, and that's, again, no offense to Sheridan, who Durham beat, and to Conestoga, who Mohawk beat, but both of their games were quite lopsided. These are the first two real tests these two teams have had this week's last weekend.
I agree with you.
As now the serve will be Amanda Larson, no libero for Durham, down by 1. Right at Gatso. Right too close to the net, blocked there by Mann, though, was Hildebrand's attempt. Put right into the block there was Zakari. That one hit the roof, and now we're tied at 18. If this is what we are to expect tomorrow, Evan, the Golden Brotherhood games are going to be electric.
They are indeed. Larson,
right at Gatso. Man, across there for Zakari, up by Larson, but well long by Amanda Larson, and the lead goes back to Mohawk as Larson will rotate out for one of the liberos, Aislinn Peterson.
Well, both teams are just trading points back and forth now, basically. It looks like we're destined for extras here.
Now Vanderwall to serve. Young now to play it through to Hildebrand, and that one goes long, and Mohawk now up by 2. The Lords, as I mentioned, are using 2 liberos, and Aislinn Peterson receiving the serve, while sending the serve will be the 5th-year Devin Frazier. That ball put right at Peterson. They will be able to get it over. Up by Vanderwall. Man, for the trailing, it looked to be Gibbons, but just couldn't get enough on that one, and the point will go to Durham. And coming out now will be Jessica Anatol, now into serve. I did get her name before the game, is Cassidy Unruh. I didn't try it yesterday, wasn't confident in it, asked her for the game, and it's Unruh to serve. That ball put right at Spoljar. Man, up for Zakari, can't get that one down. Young plays it for Johansson. Over the block, right at Gatso. Man, up for Spoljar in the back row. It will not get down, however. And Johansson puts it, I thought, long, where the point will go to the Lords. They're now tied up. And now to serve will be again Unruh. Unruh puts that one right at looked to be Zakari. Haramajo gets there and free-balled over by Gibbons. Frazier, Young, Hildebrand, block, but out. The point will go to the Lords. They're back in front. As Unruh will serve again. Unruh right at Spoljar. Man, into the middle there, pushed over by Gibbons. Young, right across for Johansson. Sends that one long, but touch, the point will go to the Lords. They're now only 3 points away from a set 1 victory. However, the Mountaineers are only 2 points behind them, as the second time out is taken by the Mountaineers. They have none remaining. The Lords still have 1.
I feel like this is what we've been waiting for, Spencer. This is a game we've been waiting for the last 2 days, and we got a tight one. Not that the last few games weren't entertaining, but no one likes to see 5 3-setters in a row. Not saying this one won't be a 3-setter, but it's trending in the right direction.
Close game we saw yesterday was St. Clair versus the Seneca Sting. That one that just went out there after Spoljar's attack. And again, to serve will be Cassidy Unruh, the Port Coquitlam, BC native. That ball just over the net. Up by Zakari. Man, back for Zakari off the free ball and over. Young across for Johansson off the top of the net. Up by, that looked to be Haramajo, Gatso, Zakari with the kill, and Mohawk now went back within 1. As now to serve will be Yvonne Mann, the center, the 5th year for the Mountaineers. One of the 2 veterans on this Mountaineer side, her and Anika Gatso are both 5th and 4th respectively. That ball put up for Johansson, doesn't get through the block, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. We're now all tied up at 22, and we might be going to extras here, Evan, as Mann will get it served. Mann puts that one right at Peterson. Young. Up, that looked to be, I can't tell for who exactly, but Haramajo couldn't get there, and the point will go to the Lord. That would be Katie Stewart with the attack. And now to serve will be Jessica Johansson, who started us off here today.
Johansson, one of the players of the year for Durham. We'll see if she can put the icing on the cake here. Almost with an ace.
Free balled over there by Spoljar, who messed up the first reception there. Katie Stewart blocked, but out of play, and now the Lords are 1 point away from a set 1 victory. And staying perfect here at the OCAA Championships in sets, as Johansson will serve again. That ball right at Gatso. Mann. Right there for Haramajo, just out of play and no touch. But the point goes to the Lords, and that is the first set.
Mohawk didn't like that either. I think they thought someone might have touched it, but that's not going to change anyone's decision, and it's 1-0 for the Durham Lords.
The Durham Lords stay perfect in sets this OCAA Championships, while Mohawk dropped their first of the night, but I still feel like the Mountaineers have kind of kept that first game momentum, as Mohawk was lights out against Conestoga in their semifinal, Evan.
Yeah, I mean, we keep saying it, but this is gearing up to be a really good game. Mohawk staying in it, kind of have that underdog mentality that they've been using so far in this tournament, being the only lower seed to advance yesterday, and they're staying with the #1 team in the East as well.
Now we're right back with the second set between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the Durham Lords, as you watch this here at the Sheridan Athletic Center and only on the OCAA Live Network. welcome back here. Set number 2 between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the Durham Lords. Durham winning set number 1, 25-22, one of the closest set we've seen at the OCAA Championships, as Mia Hildebrand with a big kill there.
Put that one right through the legs of the Mountaineers player.
Nutmeg?
It was a nutmeg, yeah. Don't see that often in volleyball, but that's indeed what it was.
And now to serve will be Mia Hildebrand. No libero right now for the Lords. Gatso, man, for Harama Joe, and the point again will go to the Lords. They start off hot again.
This is exactly how the first set started, though. 4 straight points for Durham, and Mohawk was able to come back, so they won't be fazed by this at all.
And again, serving will be Hildebrand, but now both teams are at the opposite fan side, so now both are really going to be feeling the effects there of the antics, if you will, in between serves. As now to serve for the Mountaineers will be Ashley Gibbons. No libero right now for Mohawk. That one put just out of play there. Uenz let it go, and the point will go to the Lords. Now Gibbons rotates out for Gatso. Now serving for the Lords will be Brooke Young, the setter. The second year out of Alberta. That ball put right at Spoljar. Man, for Haramajo, and that will be a kill for Irene Haramajo. And now she'll go to serve. I do want to mention, I had a little laugh before this game with Patrick Andula, the PA in here tonight, former Sheridan men's volleyball player, about the way that Durham spelled out their pronunciations. It's almost impossible to read as that ball is popped over and out of play, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. Now they're all tied up.
It's almost harder to read the pronunciations than just to read the last name.
Oh, 1,000% is. The way they, I'll say, kind of phonetically spelt these out is almost impossible to read, compared to if you can just reading their last name and guessing. As Gatto was that one up. Yvonne Mann up for Spoljar through the block, and Sophia Spoljar gives the Mountaineers their first lead of set number 2. As Haramajo will serve again. She held her serve for a while in set number 1. Haramajo, that's an ace for Irene Haramajo. At least her second, maybe third of the night.
And she's been really good again. An important part of keeping Mohawk in this and holding her serve once again. She was the player of the game in yesterday's match.
That one did sent long there by Haramajo, but as you mentioned, there was player of the game yesterday for the Mountaineers, and she's on her way to making it 2 for 2 here at the OCAA Championships. As now to serve will be the player of the game for the Lords and Katie Stewart, who you spoke to yesterday. Man, put that one up, pushed over by Vanderwall. Young back across, and attacked into the net there by that looked to be Anatol, and the point will go to Mohawk. As now to serve will be Sophia Spoljar. Spoljar puts that one in play. Young plays it across, attacked over there, and that's the kill for Katie Stewart. And now to serve will be Amanda Larson. Rotating back in is Mia Hildebrand. That ball put into the antenna there by Larson, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. Now to serve will be Rachel Vanderwall. Rotating back in is Ashley Gibbons. That ball put in play right at Peterson. Young up through for Hildebrand, and Mia Hildebrand with the kill.
Yeah, the net presence of Durham has been really strong already through the first set and a half. Getting a lot of powerful attacks close to the net, and Mohawk not being able to deal with them.
Now to serve will be Anatol, right at Gatso. Man, up there for that. Looked to be Gibbons. That's a kill for Ashley Gibbons. And now to serve will be Yvonne Mann. Played to the back row there. Katie Stewart can get that one down. Gatto sets it though for Zakari. That one is dug up, however, by Stewart. Young across for Johansson. Block of the net, and that will be a point to the Mountaineers. We've had a lot better start in set number 2 than in set number 1.
Yeah, they definitely have. Up by 3 points here. I don't think they had a lead this big in the entire first set.
That ball put in play. Young across for Johansson, blocked and out of play. It goes off of Haramajo, and the point will go. Pardon me, it lands out of play, and Durham's coach does not have it. He's asking, and Coach Tony Clark's going to talk to the referee here because they gave the point to the Mountaineers. It's now 9-7, and Coach Clark is quite confused, but he got his okay from the referee.
I think they thought it might have gone off of a Mohawk player, but it just went off of the antenna.
As set by Young, Hildebrand blocked. The point will go to the Mountaineers. Gibbons and Zakari on the block there. Zakari, another one of the Burlington natives that I like to mention forever. As now to serve will be man again. Up again by 3. Or make that 4. Through the block, but wide, and now up by 5 here. As not happy is Coach Clark.
And Coach Clark is up again asking for clarity. A couple of decisions not going his way here, and obviously you're going to be a little upset in a game of this magnitude.
And Johansson, puts that one across, but a play by Zakari, but no one there to pick up the scraps. And the point will go to Durham, and they finally stop the bleeding, as now Jessica Johansson will serve. Coach Clark normally quite reserved as well, so to see him get upset at some of the referee's decisions might make you wonder if maybe he's right, as man puts that one up, and that attack put over by Zakari. Young put through the middle for Hildebrand. That one's set long by Hildebrand, and the point will go back to the Mountaineers. Now up by 6, it looks like.
Yeah, and the biggest lead by far for them. I think it might have been
for either.
The biggest lead for either team, yeah.
As now to serve will be Zakari. Lexi Zakari puts that one right at Peterson. Young passed across for Stewart, out by Gatzo. Man does get there and hit over by Spoljar. Johansson. Young back for Stewart through the block of Haramajo. The point will go to the home side. Now to serve will be Hildebrand. Rotating back in is Amanda Larson. Again, both crowds trying to get in the head of the server. As Hildebrand puts that one out of play, and the point goes to Mohawk. And now to serve will be Ashley Gibbons. Rotating back in will be Rachel Van der Waal. No libero, to the Mountaineers. That ball put right at Johansson. Put up, Larson blocked, but through, and the point will go to the Lords. Now to serve will be Brooke Young, the setter. That ball put right at Spoljar. Man across for Sophia Spoljar. That gets down for Sophia Spoljar with a big smile on her face. That timeout taken by Durham and coach Tony Clark. 17th season with his program for head coach Tony Clark, and we have a break in play as Evan puts down his manual lav. I'm going to go through the laundry list of names of the crew today. I want to thank every single one of them individually, so I got them all down by name. Thank you to Drew, Taylor, Emma, Stephanie, Ian, Sabrina, Eric, Anna, Mac, Ariana, Jesse, Barron, Tarneem, Leo, Pamela, Kenny, Rashab, Imogen, Hassan, Octavio, Crystal, David, and Ben. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, I have my laundry list of names, so I make sure I read them down to make sure I don't forget any.
Thank you guys, as I talk into my
your
portable lav.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah,
it's all I got right now, but it seems to be working, hopefully.
It's your stick. It's your stick lav.
You know what? I kind of like it. I like being able to be animated with it. It's fun. It's fun to use my hands when I'm talking.
Yeah, no, you don't know John Shannon saying put your hands together. You can't put your hands together.
I know. This is practice for when I get to move my hands around.
You need to move your hands again for Anthony Chicho, one of our 2 TV production teachers. As we're back down to the action again, Evan and I both wearing the pink and the purple. That was again talked to by you and I, but yesterday, as that ball put into the net there by Irene Haramajo out of that timeout. So early success for the Lords out of that timeout. Now to serve will be Katie Stewart. That one right at Spoljar. Gatso, back for Sophia Spoljar, and that will get down for Spoljar as, oh my goodness, Anatel almost got there flying into coach Tony Clark. Almost saw Liam Butcher right there for a second.
Hey, that's your second Liam mentioned today. You're only allowed one.
Hey,
you gotta retract it.
I can't retract it. And that ball almost hits the basketball net, and again, Anatel going after that one. You heard her kind of skid after that one.
Oh. See, this is why I respect volleyball players so much. I couldn't play the sport. I would get too upset and sad if my knee scraped on the ground like that.
That's why you played soccer.
That is true. That is very true.
As that ball put long there by, I believe that was Spoljar, and the point will go to the Lords, and now Amanda Larson will serve. Up by 6 right now are the Mountaineers, and this is the most control we've seen by either side here tonight, Evan.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Mohawk not getting down on themselves after that first set loss and coming out strong here.
And that ball just out of play there for Vanderwall, point to Durham, back to serve again Larson. The Toronto native, the 6'4" middle. Mentioned it a lot yesterday. I've only mentioned it so far now once today. That ball put right at Zakari. Man, back for Lexi Zakari, up off the block. Man, Gatso. For Haramajo, that one gets over. Larson out to set it. And free balled over by Hildebrand. Up by Haramajo, right back at the Lords. Young passes it there for Johansson. Blocked by Mann. Tipped over there by Vanderwall. Young again for Hildebrand. And the point will go to the Lords. The timeout seems to have worked here for the home side.
And you saw Haramajo on her back there trying to get it back over the net, but way too difficult from that angle. Get another look at it here. Look at this right here, and she tries to hit it right there, just can't get enough on it. Good try though.
Been lights out in that middle spot there, Evan, here tonight, as Larson has to set that one and pushed over but blocked by Zakari. Johansson right at Spoljar. Man, for Haramajo, wasn't expecting it, it's able to get it over. Young for Hildebrand, up by Zakari, up by Haramajo, off the block of Vanderwall. There was Hildebrand to it over by Haramajo. Young through for Hildebrand, up again, that's Mann. Gatto sets it. That one for Lexi Zakari. Zakari gets that one up. Not down, Young sets it. Johansson attacks it over in a Gatto, and the kill will go to Jessica Johansson, and now they're within 3.
Yeah, really good job battling back here by Durham. You can tell they're a one seed for a reason. They're resilient here, and they're not letting Mohawk get anything easy. As we get another look at it. Nice attack there by Lexi Zakari, but well dug out by Katie Stewart, and the point goes to Durham.
Gatto, Spoljar, kill for Sophia Spoljar. Well, I've done so far my goal, Evan. I drank a lot more water, which means I've been a lot more animated, which was the goal here today, and it's going to get even bigger tomorrow for the Golden Bronze Medal Games as that ball goes into the net for Rachel Vanderwall.
I actually don't think you're going to have a voice by tomorrow, so better knock on wood, buddy. Pray your voice isn't shot by tomorrow.
It will not be. That's a guarantee. As Jessica Anatal puts that ball in play right at Sophia Spoljar. Man, cross for Zakari. That's a kill for Zakari. There goes the phone again.
The phone's gone. That's the second time. I hope that's someone else's phone because it's definitely cracked this time if it isn't.
Maybe they got a screen protector on. Maybe the otter box is there.
Well, maybe someone should just hold the camera there instead of having it on that stick.
That ball was put into the net there by the Mountaineers, and down only by 3 now are the Lords, as now to serve will be Jessica Johansson, the 50-year outside hitter out of Brooklyn. That's Ontario.
Not New York?
Not New York. Is that ball put up, and Haramajo will just tack it over. Young through the middle for Hildebrand! And Hildebrand with another kill for the Lords, and out within 2. As now US will serve again.
No timeout taken here by Mohawk.
That ball put
surprising.
Right at Gatso. Man, Haramajo blocked. Up by Haramajo as a 2-hit. Johansson, Young, Stewart, blocked off the net, no touch. The point will go to Mohawk. They're now at 20. Now to serve for those Mountaineers is Lexi Zakari.
Zakari's had a big part to play so far, and Mohawk leading by 3 in the second set.
I also like her socks there. You saw there on the close-up camera 3. Gatso, man, for Haramajo! Irene Haramajo makes it 4 for Mohawk, and the second and last timeout taken by Coach Tony Clark. He's now out of timeouts for this set. And I'm not gonna jinx it. I was gonna make a point here. We're gonna make it in between sets. I'm not jinxing either team here, so
say it.
I'm refraining.
Don't say it.
I'll go as far as I am redacting. What I was gonna say there is that was a beautiful kill by Irene Haramajo just before the timeout taken by Coach Tony Clark and the Durham Lords.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it there. It looked like Durham was getting the momentum back. They were getting back into it, and then a couple of quick points by the Mountaineers, and Coach Clark decides to take a timeout, and now it swings back into Mohawk's favor.
And that's another kill there for Mia Hildebrand, who's been probably the most impressive Lord here tonight, as the Lords come out about 20 seconds early out of that timeout. Zakari again to serve. That one set long down the QEW for Zakari, and the point will go to Durham.
And maybe a little bit of icing the serve there. Fresh out of the timeout. Service error.
And now to serve, instead of Hildebrand getting subbed in, is Samantha Payne, the first year out of West Kelowna. BC, a lot of non-Ontarians on this Durham side.
I think we mentioned that yesterday as well.
That ball put right at Spoljar. Man, for that looked to be Gibbons, and a block there by Larson. And I believe Brooke Young, and it looks to be. As now to serve again will be Payne, the middle/outside hitter. Again, quite tall. She's 6'1". That one put right at Spoljar. Man, up for Spoljar with a 2-way call against Man, and now they're within 1. And Coach Kelsey Kovar will take her first time out of the set.
So just like that timeout worked, and it swung it back into Durham's favor once again. Just shows you how tightly contested these two teams are.
We've talked a couple times this tournament about how close some of these games should be, and this one was another when we looked at it on paper, if you will, and it was supposed to be really, really close, and so far tonight it's been. As back out come the Lords to serve. Up now, only 1 are the Mountaineers. They come out about 15 seconds early from their timeout, and back again to serve will be Samantha Payne, the first year. That ball put right at Spoljar. Man, up for Haramajo, blocked, and we're tied.
What a fantastic comeback here by Durham.
What a fantastic, so good comeback. You're on your feet, Ev.
What's that?
Such a great comeback, you're on your feet.
Well, I'm having back issues, but yes, that is why.
Spoljar sends that one almost to the back row there of Johansson. Pass across, Stewart. Couldn't get that one up with Zakari, and the point goes. The Lords are now they're up by 1.
And it's been forever since this Durham team has led, but they've come all the way back from, I believe it was 6 points down, and they lead once again.
Gatto, Spoljar, free-balled over by Gibbons. Young, pass across for Stewart, up by Gatto. Man, for Spoljar, into the net!
Yeah, it's really tough for Mohawk. It's got to be crushing, but you got to play through it. You still haven't lost this set yet.
They still have one more timeout, might I add here, as Payne puts that one again, right in play, right at Sakari. Man, for Haramajo, that one will get down for Irene Haramajo, and that one went right at Samantha Payne, who will now rotate out for the libero Aislinn Peterson. But now again, Evan, we were within one. That was such a pivotal point for the Mohawk Mountaineers. Now again to serve will be Ashley Gibbons. Gibbons right at Johansson. Young for Larson. Blocked and tied at 23. Spoljar set one. Only needed one for Mohawk. And now to serve for Gibbons will be Megan Sweet, the Metcalf native, which I found out yesterday is near Ottawa, right in Ottawa. And the second year will now serve, the defensive specialist. Is that one right at Johansson. Young, 2 hits it, nobody goes for it, and the Lords are 1 point away.
Very smart play there by a veteran player.
And Young will now serve. That's the first time she's done that tonight, Evan. First time she's done the dump play, the 2-hit. Young to ice it here for the Lords, put them up 2-0. Right at Haramajo. Man, Haramajo! Or pardon me, that was Vanderwall. That will put across Stewart. That gets down! The Lords are up by 2!
Yeah, what a comeback by Durham here. I mean, that just shows the resilience that they had, down by 6 or 7 points there in the second set, and it looked like Mohawk was definitely going to take it, but they battled back, and now they're up 2-0, still haven't dropped a
third set between the Durham Lords and the Mohawk Mountaineers. Durham up 2-0 in their semifinal of the OCAA Championships, looking to face Humber in the final, who booked their place earlier today, beating Seneca 3-0. Man, Vanderwall blocked. Man again. Haramajo off the block. Up by Frazier. Young. Passed across for Stewart off the block. Up by Gatto. Man. For that looked to be Zakari. And that's a point for the Lords.
Another good start. I mean, Durham's got the first point in all 3 sets. And
now Jessica Johansson will serve the 50-year outside hitter.
It's going to be hard mentally for Mohawk to try and come back and take a set here, but they're going to have to if they have any hope of getting to the gold medal game.
Man, Haramajo right at Frazier, who misplays that one, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. And now again to serve will be Lexi Zakari. That one put right at Peterson. Passed across there, Hildebrand up by Spoljar. Man for Haramajo. Irene block up by Man. Set now by Vanderwall. Haramajo pokes it over. Popped up. Vanderwall. Man. Vanderwall block up by Gatso. Man now. Free ball over by Zakari. Johansson. Young. Hildebrand up by Haramajo. Poked over. Up again by Man. Set now by Gatso for Sophia Spoljar. That one it did for Spoljar. Man, it is nice to know everyone's names. I don't have to look down at any pieces of paper. Now it'll be Zakari to serve. Peterson misplays that one out of today's for Lexi Zakari, the Burlington native. That ball put right at Anatol, passed across. They're too close to net for Haramajo, and a net violation called against the Lords. And after a first point here in set number 3, they've let 4 straight go to the Mountaineers. Again, they've had great starts here today, have the Mohawk Mountaineers. They've never been able to finish. We'll see if they can do that here in this third and potentially final set as Zakari again will serve. Right at Peterson. Young dumps it up there by Man. Gatso up for Spoljar, up by Johansson. Young now to set it for Katie Stewart. Pops it over, up by Man. Set now by Haramajo, across for Spoljar! Sophia Spoljar makes it 5-1. And we'll see if Coach Tony Clark thinks about using one of those 2 timeouts he's got in set number 3. He used both in set number 2.
That's good. It's a little early, though. And I said this yesterday, and I said it's a little early, and then the very next point, they took one. So let's see if that happens here as well.
That one again put in play by Zakari, too close to that. Up by Spoljar. Man for Haramajo through the block! And the point goes to Mohawk. Doesn't look to be the next point, so maybe the second point. We'll see. As now again as there will be Zakari up by 5. That ball put it right at Peterson. Up by Young for Katie Stewart. Up by Gatso. Set there by Zakari and free ball over by Vanderwall. Anatol. Young dumps in. The point will go to the Lords as Young couldn't set that one, so Jets had to poke it over. And now Mia Hildebrand will serve. Amanda Larson rotates in. No libero for the Lords. Down by 4 early in this third and potentially final set. Evan, you'll be doing an interview after this one. Who would you feel like you're doing the interview with here tonight between the 2 sides?
I mean, it's really tough to decide. I mean, there's so much volleyball left potentially. We're only 2 sets in. I feel like there's so many names to pick from on both sides who have played really well. Not a lot of the starters not pulling their weight. Everyone's kind of playing really well, and Mohawk is questioning this call here. I think they're saying there wasn't a tip. I don't think that's going to change the line judge's mind, though.
They're calling that a tip against the Mountaineers, and Coach Kovar is not happy about that answer, and she is not happy with the referee's decision here. As now again, a serve will be Hildebrand. Now doubled up are the Mountaineers on Durham 6-3. Hildebrand right at Spoljar. Man, Spoljar blocked. The point goes to Durham as Larson got her hands on that one. And Hildebrand again will serve. That one put right at Spoljar. Man, up for Haramajo through the block, and the point goes to the Mountaineers. Well put up Peterson. Passed across there over the block, up by Haramajo. Free balled over by Spoljar, but a net violation goes against the Mountaineers.
Yeah, head coach Kelsey Tovar is not very happy right now. You could see just with her emotions on the sideline. Didn't like a couple of the calls against Mohawk, and I feel like she may have a right to be a little bit upset.
That very much mishit there by the setter, Brooke Young. The point will go to the Mountaineers, and now Irene Haramajo will serve. The player of the game yesterday for the Mountaineers. That ball put in play right at Peterson. Young for Larson, poked right at Haramajo, puts it right back over, however. Peterson, Young for Johansson in the back row, and Jessica Johansson with the kill.
Yeah, great placement there by Johansson. All the way from the back row as well. Just good job to actually place that where she wanted to.
And now Haramajo comes back out. Emma Beck comes back in again for Haramajo, as now to serve will be Katie Stewart, as you see. That one right at Zakari. Set now by Gatso. For Spoljar off the block. And a whistle, that violation there against Durham, and not happy there is Coach Clark. Seems like both coaches are not particularly happy with the referees here today.
Yeah.
Normally you only see one, we see both right now. As Spoljar puts that one right at Peterson. Anatol puts it there for Stewart. Says that one well long, and the point will go to the Mountaineers. That one well into Rosette Evan.
Well, Mohawk up big, but you know they're not going to be feeling too comfortable. We saw Durham come back from a big deficit in the second set, excuse me.
Spoljar puts that one in play. Young puts it up for Anatol. Up though by that looked to be back to the substitute as Zakari. Big kill for the Mountaineers. 11-6 for the away side. The Lords, I actually think if they win this one, will have the white shirts in every single game at this tournament because of the 3 forfeited games by the Humber Hawks. That ball passed across Johansson, blocked up by Peterson. Johansson again, that one gets down for Jessica Johansson.
Yeah, a couple of big kills here for Jessica Johansson.
And now to serve is Amanda Larson. That one right at Spoljar. Man, for that look to be given, says that one long. Larson again to serve. Spoljar. Gibbons for Zakari. That's another kill for Lexi Zakari. And now to serve will be Ashley Gibbons. Rotating back in is Rachel Vanderwall. No libero for the Mountaineers. That one put in play. Young for Hildebrand. Up, but a net violation against the Mountaineers. And now out comes Gibbons. Back in comes Anna Cagato.
Once again, Durham just sticking around, not letting Mohawk get out to too big of a lead. Still within range of coming back.
That ball put right at, again, it looked to be back, passed across. Zakari! Get out the paint! What an attack by Zakari! She's been fantastic here today for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, especially in this third set, Lexi Zakari with a couple of huge points for Mohawk.
Yvonne man now to serve out, went back in comes Irene Haramajo. Right at Peterson. Young for Hildebrand, up by Gatto. Man, back for Irene. Haramajo can't get that one down. What a dig by Peterson. Johansson off the block, up by Spoljar. Man, across 4, that's Zakari again, and misplayed by Anatol, and the point will go to the away side. And now again will be Yvonne Mann, the Kitchener native, the 5th year, will serve. That ball put in play. Young up for free ball there. Stewart free balls it over. Gatto has to set this one now. Zakari will free ball it back. And that one lands in for the Mountaineers. Timeout taken by the Lords.
I think Lexi Zakari has about 7 straight points for the Mountaineers. And she's just been incredible here in this 3rd set.
And Tony Clark takes a timeout quickly after that free ball lands in. And that is very uncharacteristic of this Durham team. As you see another, that's actually a point for the block of the Lords. As that one lands not in play yet. I thought that one was a Spoljar kill. That one free balled over, however. And then there's the Spoljar kill I knew was coming as the point would go to Mohawk.
Durham can mount a comeback again like they did in the last set. It was around this range that they did it.
That ball passed across through the block out by Gatto. What a dig by Annika Gatto, but up again by Annika Gatto. And now a net violation, I believe, against the Mountaineers. The point will go to the Lords. That are certainly Jessica Johansson. That ball up by Spoljar. Man, for Zakari again, and Zakari continues the scorching play.
Yeah, she's been on fire in this 3rd set.
And now she'll go to serve, does Lexi Zakari.
Really the main reason why Mohawk is out to such a big lead.
But they can't rest on their morals here because they let that big lead slip in the 2nd set as well. Young for Stewart, up by Gatto. Man for Spoljar, that one does not get down right at Johansson. Young now passes back across again for that look to be Stewart. Now Man for the middle, Rachel Vander Wall, and Wall with the kill. The Hamilton native Vander Wall with the kill there. As back again goes Zakari, up by 7. They were up by 7, I believe the same score line in the 2nd set, in the previous set. That ball put just out of play there by Zakari.
I think she's allowed 1 mistake after
all
that. Yeah, 1 error after all that. I'll allow it, yeah.
Only 1 though.
Just 1, yeah, just 1.
As noticed there will be Mia Hildebrand. Rotating back in is Amanda Larson, no libero for the Lords. Hildebrand right at that look to be Zakari again. Man for Spoljar. That one right at Johansson. Young sets it across for Stewart, who has to free ball it over. Man, Gatto. Haramajo blocked off or out of bounds. The point goes to Durham. Hildebrand right at Spoljar. Man for, that'd be Vanderwall, does not get down. Set now by Stewart for Johansson, right at Gatto. Man, back for Haramajo, pokes over the block, and that one lands in for the Mountaineers, and now back up. And that one's back problems continue here at the semifinals of the OCAA championships. Women's volleyball.
I need to, my next investment is going to be one of those portable chair things you're going to add to bleachers. I feel like that's a good investment.
That ball is sent long by Vanderwall, who will now rotate out for Annika Gatto.
So it's right around this range where Durham was able to come back last time. We'll see if they can do it again.
Man puts that one up for Haramajo. Blocked, and Larson and Stewart there combined for the point. And now to serve will be Brooke Young, the setter for this Lords team. That ball put in play, man across, Spoljar off the block, and that one gets down for Sophia Spoljar. And now they are just 6 points away from a set 3 victory, sending us to at least 4 for the first time this tournament. But Durham only 5 points behind Mohawk. Hey guys, after this set, I have to go to the bathroom. That ball put in play. That ball put off Agato. That's a kill for Katie Stewart.
Yeah, I haven't heard Katie Stewart's name a whole lot in this third set, but she's one of those more important players for Durham. We saw yesterday how good she was in their win.
That ball just over the net, up by that looked to be Gibbons, set up now for Spoljar, blocked, and that point to the Lords, and again, Evan, they're right there.
It's giving shades of the second set.
As the point will go, and the timeout now for the Mountaineers. After that point to the Durham Lords. Definitely on the minds right now, the Mountaineers, how that second set ended. Here, I believe Seneca, some of the Seneca players are still here, as well as the Humber Hawks. So both teams are still patiently waiting to see who they'll play. Man puts that one up for Spoljar. That one does not knock it down, dug up by Stewart. Frazier now, Johansson up to the block, but up for Haramajo, up off the block. Man, back this time now for Zakari, and the point goes to Durham. Now again will be Stewart. Up by Zakari, taken over by Yvonne Mann. Frazier has to set it. Johansson able to keep that in play, up by Spoljar. Mann, Gibbons, knocking that one down right at Frazier. Young, Johansson off the net. The point goes to Durham, and now they're within 1.
This is really impressive by Durham. Their ability to stay in it and come back in both these sets is very impressive.
Stewart right at Zakari. Man, blocked by that looked to be Larson. Is free-balled over by Spoljar. Just got there was Frazier. Young across for Johansson off the block. Up by Haramajo. Man across Spoljar. Up the net with a touch. It was not, and now we're tied. 19 all. The resiliency of this Lords team has been on display here tonight. That ball up by Spoljar. Man. Blocked in the net, and now they're up by one of the Lords.
This is crazy. This is unbelievable, the fact that they've been able to come back from this twice. The exact same. I feel like we've watched set 2 twice.
We're not at the finish line yet, as Stewart served now up by 1. Right at Gatto. Man, up for Haramajo, blocked by Larson. Man up, and Spoljar blocked again, up by Gatto. Man will just free ball it over. Young across for Johansson, and now they're up by 2. Stewart now up by 2 with her serve. She'll get another chance here as she's been holding her serve for quite a while now. Right at Zakari. Man. Spoljar into the net. Up now by 3 are the Lords.
Yeah, this is crazy. You got to give your hats off to Durham here for sticking in it and being resilient, being able to stay level-headed and make a comeback in this.
You'll be interviewing a player from both sides here, the player of the game for both sides, and who knows when this one will end at this point, because these teams are so even, but Mohawk at the end has actually just seemed to kind of let the sets get away from them.
Yeah, they seem to just take a little bit of their pedal off the gas a little bit, but we can see if they come out of this timeout and switch things up a little bit. Still within reach.
Now, out of the timeout come the Lords. About 15 seconds early, as that's one of Johansson's kills here in the latter half of this third set. As again to serve will be Katie Stewart, up by 3. 3 points separates Durham from a set and game victory, going to the gold medal game and playing Humber tomorrow at 7:30. That ball right at Spoljar. Man. Gibbons through the block. Frazier. Young. Stewart with a touch. It was not, and the point goes to Mohawk.
That was definitely tipped. That ball was definitely tipped.
Well, I wonder if we can get a replay of that one from the cubby hole behind us.
That's a huge call by the referee.
And they're still arguing here on the Durham Lords. It's back to service Sophia Spoljar. As again, the Durham crowd is right in front of us, Evan, and they are very upset about that one. As now Sophia Spoljar will serve.
A touch. We'll get a look here.
It's close.
It is close. It is close. It's a tough angle.
Stewart puts that one in play. Gatso, man, Zakari, kill for Zakari, and we're back within 1.
And just Clark, like that,
Coach Clark does have one more timeout, Evan. For Durham. No more timeouts for the Mountaineers, down by only 1 now. Spoljar sails that one down the QAW, and now 2 points separates these two sides, while 2 points separates Durham from a set and game victory and a gold medal game tomorrow. Winner plays Humber, loser plays Seneca. Up by Spoljar! Ace for Amanda Larson, and now they are 1 point away from a gold medal game tomorrow at 7:30 here at the Sheridan Athletic Center.
We got the Sheridan guys cheering on Durham here.
That ball put right at Gibbons. Man, Zakari. Up by Stewart, passed across. Johansson blocked! But still up, Stewart will attack it over. Gatto. Man, dumps it! But still played. Karamajo. Man, Gibbons blocked, but up. Stewart. Young, Hildebrand, and Durham is going for the gold medal game.
I mean, very impressive by Durham there. The fact that they were to battle back twice is just, it's so impressive from this team. Shows the resilience they have, but hats off to Mohawk too for being able to compete with the #1 team in the East. I think it's a very positive sign for the future of their team.
#1 in the East versus #1 in the West. The Durham Lords versus the Humber Hawks tomorrow at 7:30. While the Mountaineers will play the Seneca Sting in the bronze medal game at 4:30 here at the Sheridan Athletic Center tomorrow. Of the game here tonight between these two sides, but for myself, Spencer Byers, and the rest of the crew here at the Sheridan Athletic Center in Oakville, we thank you so much for taking us in here today. Again, come back tomorrow, Golden Bronze Medal Games, the OCAA Women's Volleyball Championships here in Oakville, and what games those are going to be between the Seneca Sting and Mountaineers of Mohawk in the bronze medal, and the Durham Lords and Humber Hawks in the gold medal game. Well, thank you so much for tuning in for tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow here at the Sheridan Athletic Center and only on the OCAA Live Network.
And now, for the players of the game, from Mohawk, number 14, Lexi Zachary. And the club game from Durham, number 20, Mia Hildebrand. Congratulations to both athletes and teams. See you all tomorrow, 4:30 for the bronze and 7:30 for the gold.
Here alongside me, Hildebrand, the Durham player of the game. You guys are headed to the gold medal game. I'm sure that's very exciting for you guys. I got to start with this. You guys came back from two big comebacks in the second and third set. What was the mentality coming out of your timeouts and whatnot for you guys to be able to come back and win those second and third sets?
Tony kind of said follow the game plan. We weren't doing it when we were kind of in that lull there, and then we just kind of dug deep and then told us what to do, and then we were able to get it done, so it's awesome.
What were the biggest positives you guys think you can take away from today's game against the Mohawk team, who was really able to compete, maybe a little bit of a surprise, and they came into this as an underdog, especially against the first team in the East? What were the major positives that you can take away from this game?
Being down so much and being able to dig deep and get that win after being down 7-8 points. I think that's huge for us, and that we can compete with the West. I think there's a lot of talk that the East isn't as strong sometimes, and I think we were able to show that we are a top team, and we're excited to play in that gold medal game. And
you guys lost last year, obviously, in this stage against Mohawk. Exact same situation, semifinals, I believe. Was there a chip on your shoulder coming into this game? You kind of wanted revenge and you wanted to go into it and beat them?
A little bit. There's a little bit of talk about that, but I think we were just get in, get out, get it done, and we were able to do that. So
it's great to hear. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I'll get the Mohawk player of the game as well, coming over with me. Oh yeah, I'll get a picture first, actually. Here with Mohawk's player of the game, Lexus Zakari. A great game. I mean, you guys fought till the very end. Obviously, a little bit unfortunate that you guys went down and you were out to big leads and lost from that position. What do you think was the issue for you guys in that point? Why couldn't you hold on to the lead in the second and third set?
I think being in the lead, we've come so far this year that I think just the pressure, honestly, there was a lot of pressure on us, and I think just being in the lead was a lot, and we kind of let loose a little bit. So I feel like that, and then just I think we were a little bit selfish at the end. Sorry, I can't talk. I think that might have been the reason that we kind of let that go.
I mean, you guys have a young coaching staff. Yeah. Obviously, a very energetic coach on the sideline. Everyone in the arena can see that she cares about this team. A young team as well. So, what do you think the future looks like for you guys?
I think we're gonna win the bronze tomorrow. And the future, we're still building our team. We had a lot of vets this year leave, especially last year. But I think building that team and having the rapport of being a top 3 team is just really important in getting recruits. And I think we have a lot of good leaders on the team that we can build off of for next year.
And really quickly, what does it feel like being born and raised in the best city in all of Canada? I'm also from Burlington, by the way.
Oh, I'm from Burlington. I was actually born in Oakville, so.
Oh, okay. That's still fine. That's still fine.
Yeah, I like Burlington, so.
Thanks a lot, Lexi. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
That's all from us here at the Sheridan Athletics Center. We'll be back for the bronze and gold game tomorrow. Stay tuned. The game's at 4:30 and 7:30 p.m.